Chicago Sky rookie forward Angel Reese, who has a new weekly podcast called Unapologetically Angel.
The intense rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark has had fans buzzing all season. But now, things have taken a wild twist.
WNBA star rookie Angel Reese will sit out the rest of the season after suffering a wrist injury during a game on Friday night. Reese has had a phenomenal first season.
Reese is out with a wrist injury that could change everything, not just for her, but for the Chicago Sky's playoff hopes too. Meanwhile, Clark is out there breaking records like it's her daily workout routine, practically locking in the Rookie of the Year title. But just when you thought Clark would throw a little shade, she flips the script. Instead of taking a victory lap, Clark goes full class act mode, praising Reese in a way that's got everyone doing a double take. It's not just respect. It's like Clark is saying, hey, we may be rivals, but we're elevating the game together. But wait, before we dive into what's coming next, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single update, new video, or exciting content we have coming your way. Stay connected and be the first to know. The fierce rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, which had fans glued to their screens all season, just hit a dramatic plot twist. It's like a TV show where one lead actor gets written off and the other steals every scene. Reese is now benched with a wrist injury, while Clark is out there bawling like she's trying to set fire to the stat sheet. It's a curveball no one saw coming, but here's the kicker. It doesn't shake up the Rookie of the Year race at all. Clark, she's basically already picked out the trophy shelf space at this point. I mean, she's been playing like a human highlight reel. 2 triple doubles as a rookie? Come on! Not to mention dropping 19 assists in a single game. Are we sure she's not throwing invisible lobs to herself out there? And she's closing in on the all-time assist record like it's a weekend errand. Every time she steps behind the arc, there's a new three-point record in her wake. So yeah, let's just say Rookie of the Year is pretty much a formality at this point. Clark's just waiting for the confetti and speeches. Reese's injury isn't just about her. It's like throwing a wrench into the Chicago Sky's already wobbly playoff plans. And let's be honest, Reese isn't exactly winning any popularity contests, but still, nobody enjoys watching a player hobble off the court. We're all rooting for a quick recovery, because who doesn't love a comeback story? But wait, here's where it gets juicy. The details of her injury are absolutely wild.
Yeah, I think it's obviously definitely sad anytime you see anybody go down with an injury, especially people that you came into this league with, whether it was Cam, whether it was Angel, and especially Angel. Like, you want to see her finish out this year. Obviously, she's had a historic year and she's done some incredible things. And
Clark's reaction? Let's just say it's going to make you do a double take on their so-called rivalry. Trust me, what's coming will have you cheering for Caitlin Clark like she's the hero of a blockbuster movie. Pop some popcorn because this is about to get good. That tumble during the Sparks game wasn't just your run-of-the-mill fall. It was the kind of wrist injury that makes you wonder if Reese's career would end before it even had a chance to get going. The doctors presented her with 2 choices, and let me tell you, neither of them came with a happy ending. Angel Reese's season-ending injury? More like a season-altering, possibly career-changing moment that's got everyone buzzing. So what really went down that night against the Los Angeles Sparks? Picture this. Reese jumps up for a rebound, loses her footing, and hits the ground hard. Sure, players fall all the time, but this wasn't your average get-up-and-shake-it-off situation. When she hit the ground and grabbed her wrist, you knew it was bad.
WNBA rookie sensation Angel Reese will soon undergo a critical surgical procedure to prevent the onset of arthritis.
The doctors gave her 2 options, and both of them came with a side of yikes. Option 1, skip surgery and keep playing, but possibly end up with arthritis at the ripe old age of 22. Yep, 22 years old and already looking at arthritis like she's 82. That's enough to make anyone want to retire early and start a knitting club. Maybe that's why she's already started her podcast, Early Career Pivot Anyone. Option 2, go ahead with surgery and kiss her rookie season goodbye. Talk about being between a rock and a hard place. The real kicker? The fracture is in a tricky spot that doesn't get much blood flow, so healing is going to be a nightmare. If it doesn't heal right, the bone could completely fall apart. Reese didn't sugarcoat it either. She straight up said, if I don't have surgery, I could end up with arthritis at 22. Yeah, no thanks. So now she's staring down the next month in a hard cast, followed by a couple more weeks in a soft cast, and only then can she even think about rehab. Now let's talk about what this means for the Chicago Sky. Their playoff hopes? Let's just say they're hanging on by a thread. Losing Reese is a big hit, but honestly, the Sky weren't exactly lighting up the scoreboard before her injury either. Whether she's on the court or not, their performance hasn't seen much of an improvement from last season. But here's the silver lining, if we can even call it that. The Rookie of the Year race is practically over, and it's not Reese's to win. Caitlin Clark is out here breaking records, leading her Indiana Fever teammates, and pushing them into the playoffs for the first time in almost a decade. She's the real star of the show, and with the way she's playing, she's basically lapping the competition. So yeah, Reese's injury is a huge bummer, but if she wants any consolation, at least she's got that podcast to fall back on, right? The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese has been heating up since their college days, when Reese got sidelined with an injury.
Unfortunate announcement out of Chicago. Angel Reese's rookie season is over.
Fans and media went into overdrive, waiting for the drama to unfold. But hold on, Clark's response? Pure class. Of course, what else would you expect from Caitlin Clark? She's not only a beast on the court, but also pretty cool off it. Clark and Reese, these two have been setting the basketball world on fire. Their back and forth has been headline material since their NCAA days. Reese throwing her signature trash talk and Clark with that legendary icy stare. Remember Reese pointing to her ring finger and Clark busting out the "you can't see me" move? That was just the warm-up. Then they hit the WNBA and the sparks flew even higher. Every game was like the 4th of July. Fans were divided, Twitter was a war zone, and the league was loving the buzz. Then boom, Reese's wrist injury. Fans thought, game over, right? Wrong. Here's the plot twist. Instead of throwing shade or playing it cool, Clark came out with praise. Yep, no sarcasm, no subtle digs, just full-on respect for Reese. In classic Clark fashion, she didn't hold back, proving once again that she's as impressive with her sportsmanship as she is with her three-pointers. That's not just a polite compliment, it's genuine recognition. But hold on, Clark didn't stop there. She continued by saying, Clark's actions go beyond respect. They're pure admiration with a side of, wow, did she really just do that? Let's break this down like a pre-game snack. Clark isn't just being polite, she's serving up a masterclass in sportsmanship, and in a league where rivalries can sometimes make reality TV look tame, that's saying something. Trash talk is basically a language here, and Clark's over here speaking fluent grace. People are taking notice, and why wouldn't they? She's not just throwing out nice words for good PR. She's putting on a show of character that's bigger than the game itself. These two rising stars, they're not just pushing each other, they're upgrading the whole system. It's like watching a rivalry that's so good, it needs its own Netflix series. Women's basketball hasn't seen this kind of electricity in ages, and Clark's latest move is a standing ovation for handling both wins and losses with a truckload of class. So what's next? Sure, Clark's still the frontrunner for Rookie of the Year. No surprises there. But what's really sticking with people is how she's owning her moment. Reese? Oh, she's far from done. You can't count out someone like Angel Reese, who probably eats challenges for breakfast with a side of determination. She'll be back, gunning for Clark. And honestly, that rematch is going to be more anticipated than a season finale. Clark, no doubt, will be ready. Let's be real, though. The Rookie of the Year race isn't even a race anymore. It's more like a victory lap for Clark. She's putting up numbers that would make calculators blush. She's averaging 19 points per game. Forget rookie stats, that's full-blown all-star material. Reese, on the other hand, is holding her own at 13.6 points per game, but Clark's got a slight sorry not sorry edge. When it comes to assists, Clark is running the show with 8.4 per game, leading the entire league, while Reese is averaging just 1.9. Now, rebounds? That's where Reese shines brighter than my phone screen at midnight. She's leading the league with 13.1 per game, compared to Clark's respectable 5.8. Both are impressive, but it's like comparing apples to jet engines. They're both great at what they do, but Clark's stats are from another planet. And then there's the real kicker. Clark's true shooting percentage is 59.1%, which for those who don't obsess over stats, is like shooting with laser-guided precision. For a rookie, this is jaw-dropping stuff. Reese, meanwhile, is sitting at 46.4%, which isn't bad, unless you remember that forwards usually get easier shots close to the basket. The morale of the story? Clark's lighting up the scoreboard from all over, while Reese's layup game is more close, but no cigar. And when it counts the most, crunch time, Clark goes into overdrive. She's had multiple games with 25 points and 10 assists, which no one else has even done this season. In one of her biggest performances, she dropped a career-high 31 points and 12 assists on Reese's squad like, hey, no hard feelings, right? And in the head-to-head matchups, Clark's team won 3 out of 4. That's not luck. That's Clark dropping Mike moments all season long. Let's talk about Clark's playmaking. She's about to smash Alyssa Thomas's single-season assist record like it's no big deal. And we're not just talking Rookie of the Year material here. She's elbowing her way into the MVP conversation. But hey, basketball isn't all about the stats. It's about making your team better. Clark, she's not just scoring for herself. She's setting up her teammates like she's handing out free assists at a buffet. Everyone on the Fever is playing better because of her. Now, don't get me wrong. Reese's rebounding, pretty impressive. She grabbed 26 double-doubles as a rookie, which is basically the basketball version of getting a gold star every game. But if we're being honest, Clark's impact goes beyond just grabbing boards. Rebounding's great, but it's not the whole game. Clark controls the pace, dishes out assists, and scores when it really counts. She's like the team's GPS, guiding them to the basket. And let's not ignore Reese's little problem. She's got the worst shooting percentage within 5 feet of the hoop in WNBA history. Yikes. For someone who grabs all those rebounds, you'd think she'd figure out how to put the ball in the basket more often. Clark, though, she's not just racking up points, she's doing it efficiently. She's dominating in every area of the game, showing off basketball smarts that you just can't teach. It's like she's playing chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese has been a season-long saga full of drama, competition, and jaw-dropping performances. With Reese sidelined due to a wrist injury, the stakes have shifted, but the story is far from over. Clark, meanwhile, is out there shattering records and all but claiming the Rookie of the Year title. But the real twist? Clark, ever the class act, offered nothing but praise for Reese, proving once again that she's not just about stats, she's about elevating the game. So is the Rookie of the Year race over? It sure seems like Clark has already picked her spot for the trophy. But Reese's story isn't done yet. And when she returns, the rematch will be even more anticipated. You can bet it's going to be epic. Now, what do you think? Is Clark already a lock for Rookie of the Year? Or does Reese still have a shot? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates and breakdowns. You won't want to miss what's coming next.